Yohan Blake, Fred Kerley, Trayvon Bromell, Ferdinand Omayala, Christian Coleman, OBLIQUE Seville, or will it be someone else? Who will win the men's 100-meter finals at the World Championships 2022? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button and finally leave your comments after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, when you're ready? Yep, good to go. According to World Athletics, the governing body, the top 8 fastest men in the world for the 2022 season thus far are as follows: Fred Kerley of the United States with a time of 9.76, Trayvon Bromell with 9.81, also of the United States, Ferdinand Omanyala of Kenya with a time of 9.85, Marvin Bracey of the United States with a time of 9.85, Yohan Blake with a time of 9.85 of Jamaica, and OBLIQUE Seville with a time of 9.86. At the number 6 position, Mikai Williams, also of the United States with a time of 9.86, and Christian Coleman with a time of 9.87 in the 8th position. Now, to do a prediction video about this upcoming 100-meter finals in a little less than 10 days is going to be a feat, people, because the fact is the times are relatively close with the exception of Fred Kerley. So obviously, since you know that we here at Peter Lloyd World are statistics based, the obvious favorite going into the 100-meter has to be Fred Kerley. Now, not only does Fred Kerley have the fastest time in the world thus far for the 2022 season, a time of 9.76, but in the US trials, in one day, he became the first human being to run 2 sub-10s in one day. In fact, in a matter of hours. In the semifinals, he ran 9.76, the world's now leading time of the 100 meters. And in the finals, he ran a flash time of 9.76, which was rounded up to 9.77. This was in the finals of the men's 100 meters at the US national trials. In that same trials finals, Marvin Bracey Williams of the United States ran 9.85, a personal record for himself, which equals Jamaica's fastest thus far over the men's 100 meters for the 2022 season, the remarkable Yohan Blake, the second fastest man all time in both 100 and 200 meters. Now let's take a quick look at the Jamaica national trials men's 100 meter finals, where Yohan Blake upstage the clear favorite OBLIQUE Seville, and of course another favorite, Akeem
Hush
Blake.
not only
That's
around
Akeem
the
Blake,
national
no relation, by the
stadium,
way, to
not
Yohan
only
Blake.
around Kingston and St. Andrew, not only around Jamaica, but a hush around the world for this final, the men's 100 meters. The decibel levels have risen dramatically for this contest. What a race we have in our hands. OBLIQUE Seville the favorite. OBLIQUE looks dangerous. Yohan Blake is looking good as well.
Set.
The set position. Off they go. Great start by Blake and Seville. OBLIQUE Seville steps forward. Yohan Blake. Akeem Blake is coming forward as well. Seville and Yohan Blake, the elder statesman, 9.86. The flash time. OBLIQUE Seville was right in there as well. What a great finish that was. Seville and Yohan Blake. And it is the oldest man in the lineup, the most experienced, the elder statesman, Yohan Blake, that has gotten it.
Blake won, of course, in 9.85, with Seville running second in 9.88, and Akeem Blake running 9.93, a new personal record for Akeem Blake. Now, what was very impressive in this race, and we need to point this out regarding our predictions, is that Yohan Blake in the semifinals or in the heats of the men's 100 meters in the national trials for Jamaica ran a new season's best of 9.93 and was able to lower that time to a remarkable 9.85. By the way, people, that's a humongous jump, and it says a lot about his level of fitness and what's happening with him. Now, the other young man we're going to take a quick look at is Ferdinand Omanyala of Kenya, who has also one of the fastest times in the world thus far. And I mean fastest in the world for the 2022 season. Omanyala of Kenya won in what was then a world leading time of 9.85 seconds, with Fred Kerley coming second in 9.92. However, I need to state that since running this time, Omanyala has not reproduced these kinds of times on the regular. In fact, the last race I saw him in, he barely cracked, I don't even think he cracked the 10-second barrier. So this, of course, is now my 2 cents and how I think this race, the final of the men's 100 meters, may go down. There are two men that we need to discuss, of course. One is the reigning Olympic gold medalist out of Italy, Marcel Jacobs. But Jacobs apparently has been ill and apparently is injured, so he cannot be considered a threat in this scenario. Then, of course, there's Christian Coleman. Christian Coleman cannot be taken lightly. Christian Coleman is the defending champion, and although he has only ran, I believe, a 9.86, well, it's actually a 9.87. That does not mean he's not competitive. These times are quick times, people. Trust me. 9.87, 9.86, 9.85, those are very impressive and fast times and should not be taken lightly. So Christian Coleman, I believe, has several things to prove. Remember, he was banned. He was not able to run and compete last year in the Olympic Games, and he's also the defending world champion from 2019. I believe he is a threat and we should not take him lightly. However, when looking at the rest of the pack, it's kind of close. Now, why I am leaning towards Yohan Blake is not only his experience and his personal record of 9.69 over the men's 100 meters, which is an astoundingly fast time. One has to remember that he knows how to win, and I believe he also has to prove something to us all. This is the best he has been for several years, and I stated earlier in the video that this massive jump from 10.05 to 9.93 to 10.8 to 9.85, that says that he has a lot more left in his legs, people, and he can run sub, I believe, honestly, in this race, he can run sub 9.80. So I think he's a legitimate threat. I also believe that OBLIQUE Seville's only disadvantage at this point is that he's inexperienced and his times have not necessarily improved, although the great Glenn Mills believes that he has sub, and I'm going to say it again, sub 9.70 in his legs. So this one is really hard to call. If we follow the stats, it has to be Fred Kerley who should win. I mean, I know the yardies are not going to like hear this, but I have to be honest. If he is running consistently 9.97, 9.96, and he's done that twice in a day, plus he has that 400 meter strength and speed, we cannot take him lightly. He will have the stamina to go through the rounds at World Championships, so he is one to watch. He's the clear favorite. Yohan Blake has the experience, so he knows how to go through the rounds. Christian Coleman is the kind of person who's going to want to win and prove something. So those three men, I believe, are serious threats to the gold medal. But we cannot look down on Trayvon Bromell. My only issue with Trayvon Bromell thus far is that in the big moments he seems to collapse. He seems to crumble. He's not very good at winning. And also, because the times are so close, we cannot look away from a Marvin Bracey Williams from the United States, and we definitely cannot laugh at an Oblique Seville and or an Akeem Blake. This one is going to be tight. But in the end, I believe that the race will actually be between Fred Kerley, Yohan Blake, Christian Coleman, and I would say Oblique Seville. That's where I'm seeing it. I cannot honestly say who's going to win. I am leaning towards Fred Kerley because of the times he's running consistently, and he's been improving consistently throughout the season. But again, I'm going to state Yohan Blake is improving at a massive rate. I believe he's back to full form, and he is a legitimate threat. So Yohan Blake could also win this, and Christian Coleman. So as a prediction video, this one is hard, people. The statistics says Fred Kerley, but my gut instinct says at the rate at which Yohan Blake is improving, he can also be a threat, as well as a Christian Coleman. Of course, this is just my 2 cents. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Now, there's one more thing I'd like to add regarding Yohan Blake's capacity to win the gold medal. If he contests the 200 meters as well, it's going to impact his capacity. He's 33 years of age. He needs to just run the 100 meters. Just run one thing so he can go through the rounds. Plus, we don't want him to agitate any old injuries. So I believe if he just sticks to the 100 meters, then he will increase his chances of winning that gold medal astronomically. So, of course, I'm going to say it again. That's just my 2 cents. I'd love to know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Who are you leaning towards winning, the 100 meters in the men's? This one is hard, people, as I've stated to you. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, and leave your comments. Remember, you are royals, kings and queens. Act accordingly. Bless up.